We've taken shamatha in a wide variety of ways, and I do mean taken it. Our goal is to learn how to not only stabilize in shamatha, but to experience the qualities that are within it, and there are multitude, to realize that each quality is its own technique as well. We can focus on clarity, focus on presence, focus on peace, tranquility, etc. And each, as an object of meditation, becomes its own technique. So there is that. There is also the learning to notice the usually not noticed of these same qualities of shamatha when we are off the cushion. Notice them in nature around us. Notice them in others. Notice them in the moment, just as it is, no matter what the moment is entailing. And that's just the beginning of what we've been doing. All of that is to help us realize that when we take note of who and what we are in this moment, that we are learning to rest the mind in its own nature. If that nature is clarity, if that nature is anger, if that nature is a craving, an attachment, a sense of doubt, on, pride, the list is, again, myriad, then all of those are still resting, learning to rest the mind in awareness as it is, in the nature of mind as it is. In the moment of a craving, that is the nature of our mind. Now, if we learn to stop and notice that, acknowledge the fullness of it, rest in it for a moment, maybe at first and for a long time, to learn how to deal with our own cravings. Similarly, so with our pride, with our anger, with our doubt, etc. To learn how to handle that as a person. Well, that's one thing. That's our personal behavior modification. But then there is meditation. And if we learn to rest the mind, take a moment, pause, acknowledge, notice the usually not notice, we will discover that underneath that quality is a vibrancy. It is the very wealth of our awareness that is conveying itself in the way that it can in that moment. In the moment of pride, the wealth is some sort of joy and happiness about what we know or what we think we know. Therefore, the underlying quality is joy. The pride is a personalization, you see. So we are learning to apply these various mechanisms of method so that we experience the actual simplicity of any moment as it is, including the full range of thoughts, beliefs, feelings, etc. We are coming inside to the true presence of presence, to the actual nature of awareness. We're not looking for awareness to be something else. We're learning that shamatha is fundamentally learning to be what we are, not something else. And the beauty of that is that as we do that more and more acutely, more accurately, in more harmony with the actual moment that is arising, then we discover that, oh, I am not the pride. I am not the anger. I am not the craving. That's the simplicity that arises. I am not that. So when we rest in these joyous, happy, and seemingly positive emotions and mental states, as well as all the troublesome ones that stand out, it doesn't matter what we will notice, what we notice and choose to acknowledge. All of them are the emperor's clothes. So for all of us who are learning meditation and trying to really stabilize and advance a meditation practice, what I've just described for the last few minutes, it's the only way. There is no other way to stabilize shamatha. There is no other way to advance a meditation practice. It doesn't matter who's teaching it or what they call it. In other words, to be present to the present is to invite the full range of what that is to the foreground. It is to allow ourselves to start to disrobe the what is foreground, and what is foreground is the puppet of the personality. And I say puppet because we are pulled by the strings constantly of our attachments, our cravings, our pride, our doubts, our angers, etc. Aren't we? We are pulled constantly by them. The personality is a puppet. So we want to disrobe this puppet, this emperor puppet. And the only way to do that is to notice the usually not noticed. And as we do, then again, the deeper aspects of it, of awareness as it is, presenting itself in the only way given in that moment to this befuddled personality, is what's going on. And so we acknowledge all that. And that is a great kindness. That is a great kindness. That is a great nurturance. Profound, profound if we follow it. And furthermore, if we support it on and off the cushion. We smile. Take a long, slow, deep breath. Settle as awareness, abiding in awareness. Feel the vibrancy, the brightness, the presence as it is. Breathing in and breathing out. For the next 20 minutes, use a technique Stabilize in it. For most of you, it helps to have height and the hawk's wings, something like that. And stabilize there. Then leave it alone. Be acute, accurate, one-pointed. As a friend recently said to me, it's like putting an arrow, shooting an arrow into the sky, but having it anchor. So that kind of space-like, one-pointed, acute, accurate, brilliant, sharp, clear, all of it. And we will find, of course, that all of it is very peaceful and simple. So stabilize, meditate, leave it alone as long as possible, but stay acute. When you need to, shake it up and start all over again. Don't try to fix it. Be one-pointed, leave it alone as long as you can. When you need to not fix it, when you need to adjust, start all over. Don't try to fix it. Just start all over. Smile, breathe, and meditate. Smile, breathe, and relax into the kindness of awareness for our last few minutes. We take a long, slow, deep breath to complete our sitting. May you abide in shamatha all through the day. Create your day. Love you.